Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Warcraft. And this movie came out in 2016, and it's directed by Duncan Jones. And I've seen two of his movies, and those are Moon and Source Code. Moon, I think, is really great, and I would highly recommend that you would check it out. And Source Code, I think, is really good up until the last 10 minutes, but everything before that, I think, is really great and thoroughly enjoyable. And then you have this, a movie that has a couple things going for it, but all in all, it's just a worse version of everything that I've seen before. Mostly Lord of the Rings. I kept thinking of Lord of the Rings while watching this movie, and I don't know if it's because the video game Warcraft was inspired by Lord of the Rings or not, but I just kept thinking of that while watching this movie. The visual effects in this movie didn't really age all that well. You can very clearly tell when it's CG and when it's not CG, and it's just very distracting, in my opinion. And also, I thought that this movie would work so much better if it was just an animated movie, like a mature rated animated movie. You could do whatever you wanted visually, and you wouldn't have to think about having CG mesh very well with the live action scenes, because it would all just be animated and you could just do whatever you wanted. Like, why you couldn't do that, I have no idea. I just found that to be a huge missed opportunity with this movie. There's parts of this movie that honestly reminded me of the worst shots of the Hobbit trilogy. Mainly Battle of the Five Armies, because that's my least favorite one, and also there's a lot of CG nonsense in that movie. Throughout the movie, it definitely feels like a video game, even in the action scenes, and this entire movie was pretty boring, and the dialogue is bad, the characters aren't interesting, but somehow the action scenes were less entertaining than the dialogue scenes. How you do that, I have no idea. The pacing for this movie is horrible. Like, 20 minutes in, and I was just thinking to myself, the past 10 minutes of this movie felt like half an hour, and this movie just dragged on, and nothing really mattered. And this movie does feel like it's trying to set up a universe and sequels. As of this moment, and that never happened. It's just this standalone film that didn't really go anywhere. Everything in this movie was played out exactly how I was predicting it. The villain is just a guy who kills his own men, yells every line, and that's his whole character. And there's also too many characters in this movie. Like, you don't really have much of a focus as to, like, who the main character of this movie is. Like, I couldn't tell you who the main character was. There's too many characters. There's at least, like, a few different storylines going on, and you don't really get enough time to really care about any of them. Like, you get little hints here and there with Toby Kebbell's character, but that's about it. And as far as performances go, I thought Toby Kebbell did a good job. Like, I wasn't upset with him in the movie. And as far as positives go, there are parts of this movie that you can tell people cared about trying to make a good movie. Like, it didn't feel like a cynical cash grab, and I know that Duncan Jones is, or at least was, a Warcraft fan, and he wanted to, like, bring his vision to life with this movie as to, like, why he loved the games, and you can tell that there's some passion put into this movie, and I did like some of the set design, and some visuals did look interesting, but that was about it. This is just another movie where I didn't care about anything that was going on. I didn't feel any emotion while watching this movie, except cringing at how bad the dialogue is at points. And there's some cringy lines in this movie, and I'm not even going to give you any examples because I didn't write any of them down. But there is some bad dialogue in this movie, I'll tell you that much. And no one in this movie ever once talks like a real human being. And that's about all I have to say about Warcraft. It was bad. I did not need to see it. It wasn't worse than I thought it would be, but at the same time, it wasn't better than I would have liked it to be. It was exactly what I thought it would be, and here we are. It was just bad and a big waste of time. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Warcraft a 2 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below your thought of Warcraft, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Act of Killing. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.